What's up? It's your boy MoonDog38732 from the MoonDog38732 show on YouTube. If it's your first time watching, just know I use my show to tell stories of how I grew up and how these places, stories, people, and situations made me into the person I am today, right? Now, with that being said, do me a favor. Watch the show, like the show, subscribe to the show, comment, and also share. If you don't like what I'm doing, man, keep it moving. All right. Now, y'all know that a lot of my stories, my earlier stories in the previous seasons, were about my brother, right? And how we would do things, he would do things, but at the same time, I was always there, right? So, it got to the point where my brother was really wearing out his welcome in our small town. We would have the police would come over there, see him, harass him. Didn't really have any proof about what he was doing because, he was a professional at that point. You see what I'm saying? So it got to the point where the police would tell my dad, hey, man, your son needs to get out of town. It ain't looking good for him. So, you know what I'm saying? When it go down, it's going to go down for real, right? So my brother, man, so he's making preparations to leave. But at the same time, he ain't really got no money, right? So... But the thing about my brother is the type of person he was, which means he was like funny, right? And people would always like had him around. And my mother, because she would take us to those other small towns, and we knew other people like in Ruleville, Drew, places like that. He was able to like go from one small town in the Mississippi Delta, aka our town, the 38732, to other small towns, right? So my brother, man, one day he just bounced. I don't think he take no clothes with him because the heat was on him, right? So he had to go. He just bounced. So he get to a small town. He over there doing what he do. He out there surviving, right? But the thing about it was he had to hide out, right? So my brother, think about what I'm about to say. My brother, he hid out in an old grain silo. Y'all know, y'all ever go to Mississippi, right? Or the Delta, and y'all see those giant cylinders or whatever with the top where they pouring the corn and stuff in? Okay, he was in one of those smaller versions of that. He was posted up in a grain silo, and he was over there living, right? So think about what I'm saying, the grain silo. Think about this. Now, at the same time, the heat is still on him, right? So when they found out he was in the grain silo, he was no longer there, right? So this is what my brother did. My brother went to a cornfield, right? He took the clothes off a scarecrow. He took the clothes off a scarecrow, and he put himself on the stick where the scarecrow was gonna be, right? So the police looking for him in the doggone grain silo. Only thing they see is like Twinkie boxes and ding dong ho-hos, milk, pop, and chips, right? They all can see the bags. They don't know where he hit all the time. He in the doggone cornfield, dressed up as a scarecrow, watching the police try to find him and try to set him up. I mean, the police was like even going to like the town and asking people had they seen him. They like, nah, he was here yesterday, but we haven't seen him, right? So he up in there incognito, like he part of the A-team. He Hannibal Smith. He had a plan, and he watched how it came together. Like I told y'all in that tribute that I did by my brother. My brother is very, very intelligent, man. He's going to find a way how to get out of situations. But if he's in a situation, he's also going to find a way to do what? To handle the situation, to make sure that he comes out on top. So every time, like my brother, we'll come together, man, when I'm at home, for whatever time I'm able to see him and talk with him, right? We'll bring up old stories like that and how real they got based on the situations that we were in, we put ourselves in, and based on being in that small town with no resources. And I often wonder, like, what if we grew up in like some place like LA or someplace like Detroit or someplace like New York City, I mean, even Miami, what would we be? We have been on the first 48, or would we have been on Hollywood and making things pop off in a positive way? I have no idea. I was born in Mississippi Delta, 38732. Hey, with that being said, man, I'ma holler at y'all cats later. Holla.